Hello everyone, and welcome to another very special Doctor Who figure review by me, Joshua Emily 98, or in some cases Joshua Emily 97. Anyway, as you can see, I'm going to be reviewing the Forbidden Planet and 2009 San Diego Comic Con exclusives, second Doctor figure with Tomb of the Cyberman figure. And as you all know, this is a Forbidden Planet exclusive, and the Doctor comes with a recorder, or a flute as Joe Grant put it, and a second Doctor figure, well, the main figure of the set, and a Tomb of the Cyberman, a bit improved actually. Now, on to the review. Well, to start with, I better tell you how I got it. Well, it's very simple really. I haven't yet got an account on Forbidden Planet at the time, but I have now, so I'll probably be getting Jon Pertwee soon, or the third Doctor, probably sooner than I anticipated. And so, as I didn't have an account back then, I ordered this off Amazon. Well, typical place to order it really. Yes, always Amazon, same as the first Doctor. Now, there are a few improvements to this set. Sorry, camera. Right. Well, improvements to the Cybermen, I meant of that. I'll do the review of the Cybermen in my next part of the review, but until then I'll just show you the main thing about the Cybermen that some of us seem to notice, or have. Anyway, the handles on these Cybermen is a much stiffer plastic. Unlike my previous Tomb of the Cyberman that came with the Cyberman Collect and Build wave, its handles were wrong. Just look how much of a mess that is. Absolutely wrong. This one's perfect. This is a harder plastic, as you can see here. Can't easily move it. But for this one, no worries about that. Look, easy. So that's one thing I liked about this Cyberman, and also the chest unit. Well, to my previous Cyberman, you probably couldn't see it, but the paint job on here is a bit darker, and also it's a bit more clearer to see through here. On my other Cyberman it wasn't easy, but you can't see it on the camera, so I guess it's pointless trying to show you. It'd just be a waste of time in the review. Anyway, okay, for the first part of this review, which you're watching right now, I'm going to be reviewing the main figure to the pack, the second Doctor, or Patrick Troughton figure. Right, just move the Cyberman into the background. Don't know whether to do a nice pose for him actually, I'm not really too sure. No, I think I'll just leave him like that. Okay, normally we, in the screen there, take the accessories out, or off the figure, and pop it. Whoops, apparently not this review. Right, on the screen, move that out of the way, and on to the review. As always, we start with articulation. So, the second Doctor's head can move around slightly, but not all the way around, and I dare not do it because the paint job on the collar might catch on the neck, and I don't really want it to mess it up. I think I've got a paint mark on there already. You probably can't see it, but me telling the truth, don't lie. Well, not very often anyway. Anyway, a 360 degree turn at the arm. Oh, camera moved again. I mean, you can still see it turned all the way around. I hope. Anyways, it's the swivel joint in the arm that can move all the way around 360 degrees, and 90 degrees the elbow, as always, and a 360 degree turn at the hand. The waist, that does have articulation. I haven't been able to do it a full 360 yet, but I presume it is. Legs don't go all the way up. Not all the way 90 degrees, probably about less than that. Anyway, there's a swivel joint in the leg. When I first got this figure, it was very stiff. In fact, it was stuck as if it had been stuck with glue. But I managed to get it moving with a bit of a struggle, and anyway, moves 360 degrees. Last point to articulation. knees, 90 degrees. No articulation in the shoes. None whatsoever. Okay. Right. Once I've got him standing up, on to detail. Okay, I'll just get the focus in ready. Let me see. See a bit better? No, that's gotten worse. Oh, this camera's so bad. Oh well, I guess gotta be choosers. Okay. Now the face, it does look a bit more like Patrick Troughton or the second Doctor rather than the prototype picture. Well, like any other figure, the prototype pictures make him look crap. But with this, just perfect really. Like William Hartnell. He does have that grumpy face which he sometimes normally does. Which I'm seeing on Tim the Cyberman. Well, this figure's from the Tim the Cyberman, but anyway. He's got his bow tie, polka dot. You can't really see that, can you? Right. There you go, polka dot. He's got his shirt and a handkerchief hanging out of his cloth, pocket, sorry, which he normally has and sometimes uses, particularly in the Crotons. Check trousers, I'll just get into a bit of light. Check trousers. There's the third Doctor put in the third Doctor's, not that little fellow with the check trousers. And he's got all his big spacious pockets. So he always carries things in such as apples, slingshots, jelly babies, galactic glitters. Right, same on the other side, all big and chunky. And got the buttons on the front here, done very well. And quite a few creases in the back, a lot of them. And the shoes done very well. The checked trousers, well, they do look checked. As far as I can see, there aren't any paint job errors. Now, if you've seen one, I doubt if you would because of the camera quality, let me know which place. I don't mean coordinates or anything because I'm not into that kind of stuff, thank you. Right, I've already done the shoes, haven't I? Silly me. There's a lot of creases as you open the shirt down here. And unfortunately, the jacket is very, very stiff. Well, stiff enough. You can't open it out, and you can't see his braces, which you mostly see in the Three Doctors. You know, sort of coloured. Remind me of a ragdoll, really. Anyway. Yes, that's it for the second Doctor, or Patrick Troughton, so I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Not 9 out of 10? Oh, sorry, I was thinking about a completely different number. 10 out of 10. Right, I do apologise for that. Good grief. Okay, but a little disappointing thing about my Patrick Troughton figure is that his hand, you could probably guess, pops off. Came off. I was a little worried, thought it'd broken, but popped it back in. Easy as pie. Still in there. I'm not going to glue it in, otherwise it won't move at all, and that would never do. No, would never suit his grace. Right then. That's the second Doctor. Already rated him, haven't I? Okay, whoops. Stayed him still. Shoes aren't that tonky. Right, on to the recorder, or flute, as Joe Grant put it. Oh, blinking camera. Right, this is a very nice accessory. I quite like this accessory. One of the most colourful one in my box of accessories or equipment for the Doctors, including the sonic screwdriver, side mats, guns, etc. This is the one that's most easily spotted of the bright colours. There's a lot. Main part of the recorder is dark blue with light blue spirals all the way down. A creamish white on the top here, and silver just by the tassels, and green for the tassels, sort of darkish green. And on this you can actually see the holes in which you obviously hold to make the tune, which I didn't expect, just the little dots I'd expected, and even at the end here. It's done very well. And the tassels, which I can get the focus in just about, you can see there, all sort of lines, very good, but nice feature. No look at the tassels on the bottom, it's just plain. And it's a bit disappointing, but I guess they're good enough with the tassel lines here already. Okay, right. Refocus. Takes an awful lot of time. The focus is on the lens of the camera, so you'll often see my fingers there. And it's easy to just pop the recorder into his hands, easy enough without that hand popping off of mine. Okay, so that's the second Doctor review finished. Right, thank you for watching. Part 2 will be the Tomb of the Cyberman figure. I reckon it'll be a bit of a short one, you know, just comparisons, etc, etc, and the basic things. But yes, thank you for watching this review. If you managed to get this far, please comment, rate, subscribe, and a friend invite. I'm trying to collect a goal of friend invites before the end of the year. Okay, yes, thank you all for watching. The usual stuff. Watch out for part 2. Well, that's always going to be on, but just look for it. Right, okay, right, what else to say other than bye.